Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? Yeah, come on you guys. We're marketers, we're making money, we're having fun. How you guys doing today? That's better. I feel super awkward in front of this thing. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm gonna come out here and hang out with you guys, if that's okay. Hey, how are you doing? Doing awesome. So I'm glad to be here today. It's the first time I've ever spoken at Affiliate Summit, which is pretty exciting and fun. I'm used to speaking in different types of audiences where everyone's excited and jumping around going crazy. So I'm going to try to get the energy up a little bit because it'll be more fun that way if you guys are okay with that. Is that all right? All right, cool. So what I'm talking about today in the 30 minutes we have together is this right here. I'm going to show you guys how to become overpaid super affiliates by promoting affiliate programs through simple funnels without risking a dime. How many of you guys right now are affiliates? How many of you guys are on the other side where you own your own products, your own offers, things like that? How many of you guys do both? All right, we got a bunch of them. Cool. So I'm going to show, this presentation will be focused on affiliate funnels, but hopefully it'll actually work for any kind of business owner. You'll see some of the stuff I'm going through. And I feel like we've got kind of a unique perspective in this because I've been doing a lot of stuff as an affiliate for the last 10 years, and I've been doing a lot of stuff on the product owner side as well. Plus, we own a company called ClickFunnels. How many of you guys know about ClickFunnels so far? How many of you guys love ClickFunnels? Have you guys never heard of ClickFunnels? Okay, well that's my job to teach you guys about that as well. All right, so the reason why I can kind of show things from both perspectives, this morning I was kind of re-looking through my slides. I wanted to show you guys kind of two different things, and it's kind of a funny backstory. When I was checking the hotel yesterday, I got one of those cards. Actually, how many of you guys got the card that had the free Ferrari giveaway on it? Did you guys see these? So the lady handed it to me, and she's like, oh, maybe you can win a Ferrari. And I was like, oh, thanks. And she's like, is that your company? I'm like, no. She's like, well, maybe someday you can afford a Ferrari. And I was kind of laughing. And I told her, I said, well, actually, I actually won a Ferrari a couple years ago as an affiliate. And she's like, what? You won a Ferrari? It doesn't make any sense. And I was like, yeah. But I was like, then I gave it away. She's like, why'd you give it away? I was like, well, after I won it, I'm not really a Ferrari guy. And so then like the next year, I gave away my Ferrari as a product owner to one of our top affiliates. This is Jeff Walker. He won one of our affiliate contests, and I gave him the Ferrari the next year. So I kind of laughed because I don't think she believed me, but I was like, yeah, I've actually won one, and I gave one away. And so, but it's cool about it is because of that, like I have kind of a unique perspective where we've done a lot of stuff as an affiliate. We've driven millions and millions of visitors, made a lot of money in that direction, built huge email lists. But we've done as much, if not more, on the product owner side, doing funnels and things like that. And so hopefully this presentation will help both sides of that for all of you guys. All right, so some of my background, because this will help to understand how my mind works, which will help you guys understand how these funnels all work. So when I was 15-year-old kid, I started collecting junk mail. How many of you guys have ever collected junk mail before? Come on. Okay, there's like two other people. Okay, yes, thank you. You guys can admit it. We're in a safe spot here. I had gotten, it was one late night I watched an infomercial with my dad about Don the Pre. Do you guys remember Don the Pre? He was a dude making money placing tiny little classified ads. And I saw that and I was like, are you kidding me? This has got to be like the coolest thing in the world. So I begged my dad for the $40 for the info kit. He told me no. So then he gave me jobs. I started mowing lawns and painting things. And eventually I earned $40. I bought Don the Pre's kit. And it was all about how to place tiny little classified ads. And I was really excited. Only the problem was that it cost like $30 to place a classified ad. And I didn't have zero. So I couldn't actually place classified ads. But I remember reading the book and I was like, this is the greatest thing in the world. Then I was at the grocery store with my mom and I saw a magazine rack and there was a magazine that said Small Business Opportunity Magazine. You guys ever seen that one? With the cartoon people on the front of it? So I saw that and I was like, Mom, please buy that for me. So she bought me the first magazine and I'm looking through that. If you read the magazine now, there's typically about 140 pages of ads and 2 pages of articles. And they're all like get rich quick ads, right? So I, as a 15-year-old kid, called every single one of these phone numbers, and I started getting junk mail delivered to me. At first it was like 1 letter, and then 5 letters, and then people started taking my data and selling it, and then it became like 50 letters, then hundreds of letters, to the point where my mailbox had more, we had more junk mail coming from me every day than my parents. And so like the mailman would come and knock on the door and like hand them Russell's stack of junk mail, and then here's like my mom and dad's 1 or 2 letters. And so I would collect junk mail, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world, and then when I went to college, my mom made me throw away all these boxes of junk mail. So that was the last picture of my junk mail stash. But that's where I kind of learned direct response marketing when I was a teenager, looking at all these things. I remember like seeing the process over and over and over again and like wishing I could buy this stuff, but I couldn't buy anything. But I saw the process a whole bunch of times. And so I started looking at the process, I started understanding it. And basically the way it worked, if you look at offline, how sales funnels work offline and how these things work, is that people would go, and they would place an ad in a magazine, right, and say, call this 1-800 number, and we'll send you a free info kit. So I called the 1-800 number, and I got to talk to the operator. They'd get my address, and they'd send me this free thing in the mail. I'd open it up, and it was a letter. I'd be so excited. I'd open it up, and I'd read it, and there was a sales letter telling me about this product or service. At the end of it, there'd be an order form to buy the thing, and then if you buy the thing, then they'd upsell you on other things. And so this is an example of one, how to go from roofs to riches. This is like an ad, right? So you go, how many of you guys have seen this before or responded to them before? There's no way none of you guys responded to this before. You're in this room. You guys love making money, right? Anyway, so I started responding to these. So there's the ad. So I go into the ad. Then I got the report in the mail, which is a big glorified sales letter. I'd open that up. I'd read it. And then if you went and you ordered it, then you buy the product, right? So the product would come. And inside the product would be an upsell for like a more expensive thing. And that was the whole process. Over and over again. I saw it hundreds of times as a 15-year-old kid, over and over and over again. And I was like, this is so exciting. This is so cool. The problem is I couldn't afford postage. I couldn't afford classified. I couldn't do anything. I just get the junk mail in the mail, and it was awesome. All right, so that was offline. Then a few years later, about 10 years later, the whole internet thing was starting to happen. And I remember I went to an event kind of like this. It was in a Holiday Inn in Boise, Idaho. And there's like 30 of us in this room sitting here listening to this guy talk. And he was talking about the internet, how people were making money. And the coolest thing is he talked about, he basically said that he was showing this whole process. He's like, yeah, we place an ad online, and someone goes to a website, and they put their email address in. Then we send them a sales letter, we sell them something. And then I was like, this is like the exact same thing I saw in magazines 10 years ago, but it's all happening online. And I remember looking at that thinking, there's no postage. Like, I can actually do, I don't have to pay for stamps. Like, I could actually do this. And so I started like geeking out, learning how internet marketing, how it started working. And so what we started figuring out, the goal in any kind of marketing is to be able to create, in my world, what we call them are sales funnels. A sales funnel where you can put $1 in advertising into the funnel, and on the back, you try to get $2 back out, right? Like, that's the game. That's the whole point of what we do. You can call it arbitrage, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but that's what we're trying to create. Really good sales funnels where I can put $1 in ads in and consistently get $2 back out, right? And so with that being the question is like, well, how do I do that? And there's ways to do it. Oh, sorry about that. Clicked on the button, you guys got a sneak peek. The ways to do that, like if you own the product, there's also ways to do that if you're an affiliate. And sometimes it's easier to see how to do it as a product owner, and it's harder to see how to do it as an affiliate. So I'm gonna show you guys kind of the method we use as an affiliates, but it also works similar with your own products. All right, so, excuse me, coughing into mic's never good. All right, so one of my very first mentors, some of you guys may know him. He was a long-haired hippie dude who made a whole bunch of money. His name's Frank Kern. Any of you guys know Frank? So I met Frank the first time, and he's like, this is how you make money on the internet. He's like, 3-step formula. All you got to do. Step number 1, you got to find a hot market. He's like, everyone goes out there and they try to like create a product first. He's like, stupidest thing you could possibly do. Step number 1 is find a hot market of people who already want to buy stuff. They're passionate. They love blowing money on stuff. In fact, passionate's good, but like irrationally passionate is even better. How many of you guys are irrationally passionate on what you spend money on? A couple of you guys? All right, that guy is. Anyone else besides him? Are you serious? Like, I'm obsessed with buying stuff. Like, when I get in a buying frenzy, I can't stop. So the first thing is finding a market that are obsessed with buying stuff, okay? Number 2 is after you find out market, now you don't go create a product. Now you find out what that market wants. You ask them, hey, what do you guys want? And they tell you like, oh, I want this, and then you go create it and we launch it. Okay, ClickFunnels is a company we started about 2.5, 3 years ago. When we launched ClickFunnels, it was like, what does the market want? Oh, everyone wants software to let you build sales funnels really, really easily. Okay, cool, so when we built it, we launched it, and within 2 years, we went from 0 customers to this week, we'll pass 30,000 active customers who are part of our platform. It's because we found out exactly what they wanted, and then we just created it. I didn't go think that off the top of my head. I just asked our audience, what do you guys want? And they told us, and then we did it. It became really easy. So that was kind of the formula as I initially learned it. And that's how we do it when we're creating products. But as an affiliate, sometimes it's a little bit harder because it's like, you don't own the product necessarily. So how do you make this system work within that? And so we kind of updated this concept into this picture right here. And so it's similar, but there's a couple little tweaks and little nuances that make it work with affiliate marketing. So step number 1 is the same. We've got to find a hot, it's similar. Instead of finding a hot market, we're trying to find a hot offer. Okay, how many of you guys have been walking around the booths out here and like every single affiliate manager on earth's like, hey, we got the hot offer, come on in, right? How many of you guys have felt that in the last day or so here, right? Everyone's got the best offer, right? When you're a good affiliate, you get hit up every single day. Like people on Skype hit me every single day, like this is the thing, this is the new thing, and everyone's like going crazy. So the first thing is finding what's already selling. You don't try to go and reinvent the wheel, try to find something hard. You find what's already what's already selling, okay? And my long-term goal is eventually, if this works, I may go and create something similar. So that's what it says, potential to funnel hack. I don't have a lot of time to go into funnel hacking here, but inside of my community, everyone knows funnel hacking is a concept where we look at what other people's offers are and we can model them. But I'm finding an offer that's already working. Second step, I'm gonna pull out one thing, and I'm gonna go on from here. So I'm gonna kind of break this down. Actually, step by step will be a little easier. Okay, so step number one is I find a hot offer. So I'm typically looking for offers in markets that I'm either in or I would like to be in, okay? So if you are, like let's say like someday you want, like let's say you're into health and fitness and stuff like that, like someday I wanna be a guru, or I wanna teach people in the health and fitness space, I would look for offers that are already in that, like already weight loss, things like that, offers that are similar to that. If you know you couldn't care less about health, but you're excited about business, or you're excited about stock trade, whatever it is that you're passionate about, like that's the first thing. What's the market you're in or you want to be in? That's my first step. That's what I'm gonna look for offers at. I'm not gonna go just find out what's making the most amount of money, because that's a miserable way to do business long term. I'm gonna find businesses that, like a market that I want to be in someday, where someday I could create products, I could create services, I could do a bunch of stuff like that. But first step is just figuring out what that is for you, okay? Then I'm looking for competitors. I want a whole bunch of competitors. The more competitors, the better. A lot of people think it's the opposite way, but it's not. Like more competitors, the better this is for all of you, all of us. Okay? I'm gonna try and find all my competitors. I wanna find their Facebook ads, their Google ads. I wanna find them on YouTube. I wanna see a really good picture. Like here's where these guys are currently at. Here's the offers that are working right now, what people are doing to make money. And from that, I'm gonna get like a palette of like, here's all the things I could promote that are making people money. I wanna see what all those things are. And typically there's gonna be different levels of things, right? Let's say it's a weight loss industry. There's probably weight loss supplements, but there's also weight loss ebooks. There's also like coaching. There's also retreats. There's a whole bunch of things in that market that I could be selling. Okay, I'm looking for a whole palette of potential offers I can sell as an affiliate. Because when I get a customer, and we'll talk about this in a minute, when I get a customer, if I only have one thing to sell them, it's gonna be really hard to be profitable. But if I've got 8 things I can sell them as an affiliate, I can be really, really successful, okay? So that's the first thing. There's a lot of sites like ClickBank, you can find good offers out here in the halls when you're doing and the booths out here is good offers. I just look at me, if I'm in a market I'm passionate about, I'm probably buying stuff anyway, right? What's the stuff you're currently buying? If you're currently buying it, it's probably stuff that's selling as well, okay? So I'm looking at those kind of things. And if you don't know, people come up, I can't find anybody selling stuff in my market, it means it's not a hot market. It means it's not a good idea. Don't even try to go that direction, okay? All right, step number 1. So then like this is an example of an offer I found. This is in ClickBank. It's a how to cure diabetes type cure. I knew about this one because I had a diabetes supplement for a long time. And so this was like an offer that we were able to promote. But the first thing is I find an offer, right? So it could be any offer for you, whatever makes sense, okay? Now that I have the offer, now I move here to step number 2, which is I'm gonna pull out the one thing. How many of you guys have ever read the book, The One Thing? Only one of you guys, like seriously, you guys, okay, 2 people have read okay, this is a good book. You guys should read it. You should put it on your reading list. The One Thing, it's a really good book talking about like how to manage your life, like picking one thing and focusing on it. But it's true in like every single aspect of business, of life. It's when I write my sales pitches, I'm focusing on the one thing. When I'm doing my email sequences, it's all about the one thing. When I'm doing everything, it's coming down to this. And it's the same thing with affiliate marketing. I'm gonna look at this offer, this page that there's a product being sold on it. I'm gonna figure out like, I'm gonna watch the video if there's a video, or read the copy, whatever it is. Like, what's the one thing about this that's the most interesting or the most intriguing? And I'm gonna pull that out. So when I went to this page, I watched this video, and the video was really, really good. So I'm watching the whole video and pulling some things out. And then what I found out is that one of the things he talked about in this video, probably like, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes in the video, he talked about there was this shake that they used. And you take this shake and you drink it every day, and it helps you with diabetes. So I was like, cool, that's the one thing that makes this video really interesting and cool. So I pulled that one thing out, and I made it a headline. So it says, free video reveals a new miracle shake that treats the root cause of diabetes. If you were on Facebook and you had diabetes and you saw something like that, you'd be like, huh, what's the shake? I wonder what that is. Okay, so I'm pulling out the one thing that's the most interesting, the word I'd look for is curiosity. Like whatever causes the most curiosity is gonna be the thing that gets the most people to raise their hand and actually click on your ad and kind of come into your funnels. So I'm pulling out the thing that has the most curiosity. And the more curiosity I can create in that headline, the better it's gonna go. Okay, if I look at any of my ads across all of the things we sell, like curiosity is the thing that causes people to click, causes people to give you their email address. Like it is the most important thing that you can have to get people in. So I'm pulling out the one thing and making it as curious as possible. All right? Then we move from step number 2 now to step number 3, which is I'm gonna hook people with that and say, look, I've got this secret shake that helps cure diabetes. How many of you guys want that? Okay, I will give you this information if you give me your email address. That's it. I'll trade you email for for the secret shake? Who is in, right? And that's the goal of my ad. So I create a landing page. So for example, here, I made a landing page that said, this took me in ClickFunnels, it took me maybe 30 seconds to build, probably less. It says, free video reveals a new miracle shake that treats the root cause of diabetes. That's it on the page. Nothing else, just simple, easy, curiosity, and people that have this issue be like, wonder what that is. They put their email address, click submit, and then guess where it redirects them to? My affiliate link for the video, which then tells them the answer to that. So all I had to do in that process was create one page, pulling out the one most intriguing thing from this video and posting it there, and that's it, okay? It's very simple and very easy. So there's a one-page affiliate funnel. It's like that easy. Now, if this page converts well on the other side, it's gonna be really, really good. Okay, I'll keep walking through this. All right, so step one, we found a hot offer. Step number two, we pulled out the one thing. Step number three, then, we put it on a landing page and asked for people's email in exchange for that one thing. Is this pretty simple so far for everybody? Okay, and then over here, now I gotta go and I gotta find the hot market. I gotta give it to those people who actually want it, okay? And so what we do is there's a couple really good services out there that make this process easy. Some of the ones I use are like SimilarWeb.com, What Runs Where, things like that. What's cool about it is that there are already tons of affiliates promoting this offer all over the place, right? So I don't have to like figure out where to get traffic from. SimilarWeb, I can go and I can put in the website URL of the offer I'm promoting, and it will show me, here's all the websites these guys are getting traffic from. So then I can go back directly to those sites. I can go buy ads on the sites pushed into my landing page. I can go to Facebook, push people to my landing page. I can go to all the different traffic sources I'm using and push people to that landing page. They opt in. Now I have their email, and then they come right here, and then they see the video, and they hopefully will buy the product. Okay? All right, so that's the basics of kind of how this process works. Now, the goal, again, like I said, for you guys is to go and be able to set up a really simple funnel like this and be able to put $1 in advertising into the funnel and then get $2 back out. Okay, now for those who are newer to this or those who have not done this affiliate side of it, haven't done an affiliate funnel like this, typically what's not gonna happen is I'm not gonna break even immediately. Okay, let's say I go and buy an ad and I spend $1, they opt in, they see the page, I might only make 10 cents or 30 cents on average for every dollar I spend, okay? The problem is most people look at that and be like, this doesn't work, this is a scam, Russell, affiliate marketing is dead, it's over, like doesn't work, right? That's what people think, but if you think about this, it's because you're only promoting one thing. Okay, remember earlier I talked about when I'm going into a market, I'm trying to find a market that has a whole bunch of products I can sell. I want a weight loss supplement, an ebook, a coaching program, and 4 or 5 things, right? I'm looking for multiple different offers. So what happens, I was trying to get a whiteboard and they didn't have a whiteboard for me, so I sketched this out today and took a picture of it. So this is imagine I'm drawing this. So somebody comes in, do I have a laser? Cool, I have a laser. So I put $1, let's say, into Facebook ads or banner ads or whatever I do. They come in here, they put their email address in, and they go to the first offer, and a percentage of these guys will hopefully buy, right? But again, maybe I spend $1 in ads, I make 15, 20 cents back here. But the cool thing we got is we got the most important thing in all of marketing, we got their email address. Okay, now for me and my company, on average, on the low end, we average $1 per month per name on our email list. Like that's the low end metric, okay, that we're always looking at. And usually it's a lot more than that, but that's like the worst case. So I'm trying to build a list. So people are joining my list, then they come out here, and the first day I send an email out saying, hey, I don't know if you saw that video about the diabetes cure. It's awesome. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it again. And I tell them to go watch it. And the next day, my second email might go out, and maybe I'll find a cool testimonial inside that video. I'm like, did you see the video yet? Like Gina's video, inside the video, she talked about how she had success and she lost, diabetes went away. Did you see that yet? If not, go watch the video. And then I have a third thing like, look, this is the last call. If you're not gonna, this is the last time you're gonna hear me talking about this cool video, but if you watch it, you're gonna find out how to overcome your diabetes. In fact, if you guys sign up today for the thing, I'm gonna give you a special offer. I'm gonna show you my 3 favorite YouTube videos that talk about diabetes, right? Something like that. So I got 3 emails now, all selling the first offer. What's gonna happen is I spend $1 in ads, and day 1 I make 15 cents. By day 2, I've averaged 25 cents. By day 3, maybe I'm at 45 cents. I'm still not a break even, right? That's okay. One thing I know about everyone that's came through my list now, I know they're interested in diabetes. What's the next diabetes product? Maybe it's a diabetes supplement here. So then I shift my messaging. So day 4 emails like, okay, cool. You guys all saw the video about overcoming diabetes, but I just found this really cool thing I think you're gonna love. It's a supplement that helps you with blah, 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 blah. Check out the supplement here. And I send an affiliate link to a supplement offer, and they go right here. And then day 5 of my email signals, I talk about the supplement offer from another standpoint, and then day 6, another one. So I'm going through here, and after 3 or 4 days, I've transitioned and changed my messaging to get people to try to buy this supplement. Then when that's done, I transition to my next offer, and I can post 5 or 6 or 7 offers in a row and get people who come in to go and start buying all these offers. Now what's cool about this is that somewhere in here, in this action sequence, somewhere in here, you're gonna break even. Okay, now sometimes it's on day 1, sometimes it's on day 5, sometimes it's on day 22, but somewhere in there, that dollar I spent on my ad initially, I'm gonna get that dollar back, and then anything else I make from that point forward for the rest of that customer's life is 100% pure profit back to me, okay? And that's the power in how we use affiliate funnels, you guys. It's really simple, it's really easy, but it all comes down to like picking the right market, finding a palette of 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 offers you can kind of put in there in a sequence, getting people to opt in, and then you're sending emails and talking about each of these different offers and moving people back through the sequence. Does that make sense? All right, cool. Now, I think I'm running close on time. I think we have a few minutes for Q&A at the end, but I want to show you guys one thing. So ClickFunnels is our company. We've got a booth out there that's awesome. And these funnels that we're talking about, in the past, it would take me and a team of 8 people. We had designers and programmers, a whole bunch of things. It would take us on average about anywhere from 30 to 90 days to build out one funnel. All doing it custom by hand. We built ClickFunnels. I can now do inside of ClickFunnels by myself, and I'm not a techie person at all. I can build the same funnel. It used to take us between 60 and 90 days. I can do now in under an hour in ClickFunnels all by myself, and it's just simple and easy. If you come to the booth, I'll show you kind of how it all works. But I want to show you guys a really quick video. I'm hoping this will work. Do you want to pull up the video there? From one of our ClickFunnels members just talking about, because I can tell you all day how excited I am about the tool because it's changed my business, changed my life, changed a lot of your guys' lives in here as well. This is one of our members, I want you to hear in his own words. Hopefully the video will work. His experience with ClickFunnels.
Hello, my name is Garrett J. White, the Master Coach Mentor and founder of Wake Up Warrior Academy. And I will tell you this right now. We have tested with platforms. We have tested everything. I have attempted for the past 6 years to use every available software tool I could find that made it simpler for me to share my message. And it started with WordPress, and then it went plugins, and then Optimized Press, and then we went to Kajabi, and then we went to Lead Pages. And these are all wonderful. Know the owners of these guys are fantastic. The software tools were amazing. When ClickFunnels came out, I was like, dude, I cannot handle another software tool. I don't give a shit. We're just gonna manage our stuff between Lead Pages and Kajabi. And then my friend said, just test it. Just try it out. And I went to ClickFunnels, and no bullshit. Like, every software increment over the last 5 years has been not a quantum shift in what you can do with the tool to get your message out to the marketplace. They've been incremental. So like there's been a move from Kajabi to Lead Pages or from Optimized Press to Kajabi, and they were these segmented steps that had slight improvements that made it easier. ClickFunnels, though, came out of nowhere. They took the marketplace by storm, just like Apple did when they first launched the iPhone. It was not a linear move anymore. It was a quantum move in improvement that opened up a gap to allow people just like you watching this, people just like you and me, who are not technically savvy. We weren't born in the matrix, and we didn't have a chip implanted in our heads. We're not engineers or computer science majors, and we don't understand that stuff inherently. ClickFunnels gave you my friend, an opportunity to cut and decrease the time of stress and anxiety and suffering behind a keyboard. Trust me, the days you want to just pound vodka and throw your Mac out the window because you can't figure shit out, ClickFunnels has brought it to a place that it is a quantum leap in opportunity, which allows you, just like the iPhone, to not only look smarter, but to feel smarter, and ultimately to only deal with the stuff that matters, which is getting your message about your product and your program and service out to the marketplace.
How many of you guys think that ClickFunnels does the most amazing customer support?
If you're spending all the time in suicide watch and having to check yourself into a hospital and honestly trying to deal with everything else that's come out before it. So I not only fully endorse ClickFunnels, it's the only software tool that we use. When it comes to our funnels online across all 4 of my businesses, we're not going anywhere else. Love Russell, love this event. This event married up to that software tool. You are a dumbass if you don't come, and that's okay. There's plenty of dumbasses on the planet. Just don't let it be you.
Cool. You guys excited? I'm excited. Okay, we got about 5 minutes for any Q&A you guys have about affiliate funnels or ClickFunnels or anything. I think just come to the mic, I'm assuming, if you have questions. Yeah? All right.
So my question is, what email platform complements ClickFunnels? Because ClickFunnels isn't actually sending the emails, so you have to have your own separate email platform, correct?
So ClickFunnels does have an email platform internally, but we don't do the sending, so you have to plug in like an SMTP mailer. So I use SendGrid. I plug SendGrid in, and ClickFunnels does all the email sequences. We've got this really cool thing called Actionetics. It does all the email sequences, automation, and stuff like that. But any SMTP mailer will work. So like I said, I use SendGrid. A lot of people use Amazon SES. There's, I don't even know the other ones. Mandrill, but yeah, any SMTP mailer plugs into it and it'll do the emails. Or we also integrate with most of the autoresponder companies, so it'll plug into whatever your favorite one is as well. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Good questions? Feel free to have questions to come line up. That makes it easier too.
We are also a customer of ClickFunnels. Love it. Can't promote it enough. What are, let's say, one or two of your most exciting features that you know is coming down the line?
Great question. So what are the most exciting features coming out of ClickFunnels? So one of the cool things we have is a thing coming out called Smart Funnels. So what happens right now is typically when somebody comes into your funnel, what happens? Like you have like, here's the first thing I'm gonna sell them, here's the upsell, here, and it just kind of is the same for everyone. But as we know, like people aren't the same, right? Like my buying decisions are way different than John's versus Steven's. Like everyone's got different ways we buy. And so what ClickFunnels will be able to do, when someone opts into your form, we already go out there and we scrape all their social data, all their everything about them that's possible to get, we pull it back into ClickFunnels. And so you'll be able to look at someone and say, okay, if someone comes into my funnel and they make more than $100,000 a year, show them this upsell. But if they make less than $100,000 a year and don't have as much money, send them this one. Or you'll be able to change the funnels on the fly based on who they are as people are coming in. And so that's really one of our, I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening, but that's one of the biggest things is just being able to shift it where I send traffic through this funnel till I find out who these people are, and then we're building the funnel on the fly based on who those people are. Another cool thing we came out with recently is called sticky upsells. So somebody buys a product and then they don't buy the upsell. You can send emails to them a week, a day, a month, a year, 5 years, 100 years from now. If they come back to the upsell page, they can just click on it again. They don't have to re-put in their credit card and it'll still build their credit card, which we've seen as we've been implementing that, like our cart values across the board just dramatically shooting up. There's a lot of really, really cool stuff that we just keep adding, and it's made my job and all of your guys' jobs a million times easier to sell people stuff. Questions? Any other questions at all? Good. I mean, you guys are making this way too easy on me.
Two-part question. Do you have any plans, first part, any plans to sync up with Shopify? And second part, give me just a quick overview of how you're different, how you're unique versus a lead pages, a Kajabi.
Yes, okay. So the first part, so are we having plans with Shopify? We have been trying to work with them to be able to do funnels with them. There's some technical issues that we keep getting stuck with. We've been working with the team and it's like almost there, but there are some technical hurdles that the nerds are trying to figure out. So hopefully they figure those out soon. What I found though is, in fact, is Trey in the room by chance? Oh, he's not here. Okay, so Trey Llewellyn's one of our top ClickFunnels members. So he took his stuff off Shopify platform. If you ask W4, their network, the biggest affiliate offer they've ever seen since the beginning of affiliate marketing, they said yesterday, was Trey's flashlight offer that went out, all in ClickFunnels. And so if you're selling e-commerce stuff, I don't, anyway, Shopify's good, but ClickFunnels is way better. Like you can ask Trey, ask any of our e-commerce guys, like it's easier to do it because it's more flexible. You can do one-click upsells and downsells you can't do inside of Shopify very easily. But you are trying to work on the integration so that you will be able to use ClickFunnels to do one-click upsells and downsells really well inside of Shopify. From the other side, like how does it compare to like lead pages, Kajabi, and things like that? We have a joke inside of our company. Some of our guys may have this shirt on if you've seen it, but we always say like lead pages is like a calculator. Like it's really cool. You can do math and addition and subtraction. And like lead pages like that, you can do one thing. You can like edit a page and that's kind of it. And we always say ClickFunnels is like a smartphone. Like we have a calculator app, so we can do that, but we also run your entire business. Like we're the shopping cart, the upsells, the downsells, the membership sites, the like everything's in one spot. And so it's kind of their fragmented pieces of the whole equation where like you can run your entire company. If you ask most of our members, they run everything off of ClickFunnels, and it's just one spot that does everything. You don't need 20 different things glued together. So, yeah. Okay, his question, so yes, he said, how would you use ClickFunnels for a coaching program? I mean, there's a lot of ways. So I have one of the biggest coaching programs that I know of online. It's all run through ClickFunnels. So we have different types of funnels. There's webinar funnels we use to blow them up. I have high-ticket funnels we use. It's just kind of looking at the strategy behind it, and I can show you offline some of our, like if you go to russellbrunson.com, you can see like there's one of my high-ticket coaching funnels that we have 100 people that pay me $25,000 a year for being in our coaching program. Every single one of them comes through that exact same funnel, and you can look at that and you can model it really easily, and it works awesome for coaching.
Do you guys host like our coaching program on your site on ClickFunnels?
question is, do we host the coaching program? It depends how you're fulfilling it. If it's a membership site, yeah. We do all the membership site stuff in ClickFunnels, yeah. Good question. Any other questions at all? Yeah.
Two parts here, but what's the highest converting email submit page you've ever seen, and what's the highest converting sale?
That's a good question. What's the highest converting email page, highest converting submit? Such a hard thing to answer because a lot of people's numbers are skewed because they're saying that, like, I've seen people get 85, 90% opt-in rate, but it's to their existing audience who loves them, so it's like way different than someone buying a cold banner ad, right? So it's hard to like, yeah. It'd be interesting though, we've got like 30,000, almost 30,000 active customers. It'd be kind of fun to go through and comb through it all and see. We have never done that, but look at the data closer. But yeah, it's hard to say just because it's skewed based on traffic source. Yeah. Any other questions? Back here?
Yeah, if you have your own products to your funnel along with affiliate links and whatever else, are there processing options, or do we need to do our own outside processing and link back to our own sites and stuff?
Cool. So we don't process, but we plug in most major payment processors. So we do Stripe, we do Braintree, we do a whole bunch of other ones that plug in really easily, and that's kind of the best way. Cool. All right, I was told time is up, so thank you guys so much for hanging out today. Appreciate it.